Angie Wolfe here, Ideas at Dawn, marketing consultants, focused in the engineering construction space. Wanted to talk to you today about one of the 6 steps that I believe is successful to winning proposals and winning work. I have some other videos talking about all of the 6 steps together, but today I wanted to talk about step 1. And I break the steps just like how the proposal occurs. So the first step is strategy, pre-work, everything that occurs before, yes, before a RFP comes out. So there's lots of things I put in this bucket. I'll go over those and I'll do, I won't go over all of them today. I'm sure we'll have other videos at some point on that, but this includes capture planning, go, no goes, bid, no bids, understanding who our owner is, doing a SWOT, acronym for you, strength, weakness, opportunities, threats on our competitors, doing a PSOE, problem, solution, outcome, evidence, or IFBP is another acronym for it, issues, features, benefits, proofs, same acronym or different acronym, same thing, developing our win themes, our strategy, going through any draft owners documents, and then resourcing. So all of these things, 8, 9, 10 things, I bucket and put in this strategy pre-work phase. What I want to talk about today is what I think is right now the most critical. Obviously, if you ask me a different day, different pursuit, my opinion would be different. But when it comes to this step, what I think is most important. And I'll start with resourcing, bid, no bid, go, no go, and why these are critical to this step. And why, and I'll start with the go, no go, bid, no bid. There is a difference there. So a go, no go, in my words, my definition is if you are going to pursue a project. So this means, are you going to put forth money, time, effort, all of those things, resources to look at a project, right? Your RFP SOQ isn't out yet, but are you going to devote time and money to it before it comes out? The bid, no bid means, which would be actually not during this phase, next phase or next step, is when you would decide, are we actually going to bid it or not? So you need to know all of these things that occur during step 1 and your documents from the client to determine if you're going to bid it. So really getting that go, no go, for me is critical because you don't want, you want it. You want because you want strategy and pre-work to occur. When I work with clients, I say, get me involved at a minimum 2 months before the RFP comes out. This step is occurring before your RFP. It's not a week, it's not a day before, it is months to years, depending on the importance of this pursuit to your company, your ability to win it, all of these things. So this is not a step that is a month long, 2 months long. Like building these relationships with our clients and our understanding the competition and the projects is critical, which is why which I don't talk a lot about, I don't have a, call it sales or business development background that goes into all of those things, which I would bucket in the kind of the capture planning phase that's always been delegated to other people. Will come in with or I have come in as a proposal manager and help understand that and facilitate that process, but not client facing, not really understanding the competition besides what we get from a proposals perspective and understanding them. So that capture planning piece really is something that's critical for me, but it's not something I can control. So when it comes to capture planning, it's this SWOT piece when it comes to competitors. It's the PSOE piece when it comes to our clients and our messaging and our win themes that are really important. So getting that go, no go, because once that's a go, there's resources, money, time spent. And we all know time is limited. And so are we from a resources point of view, unless you're hiring consultants and others to help with that process. So getting officially that go ahead to say yes, commit time and resources to looking at other proposals, to developing the SWOT, looking at our competition, understanding who our owner is, and really start doing that is a critical step that management needs to know, that we need to communicate as proposal and strategy and whatever title you have. If you're leading a proposal, getting that official go, no go, and creating a true process around it, whether it's as simple as an Excel checklist, or a system, a tool that is within your CRM and some sort of formal scoring, but being able to create a little bit of unbiased, because we all get biased of the kind of job that we want to go after, or that'd be great for the firm and growing. So getting that, because without that critical step, you continue to go after everything, without considering the ability to win and without considering how it affects your company goals and all of those things. It's kind of like shiny object syndrome. Ooh, look, let's go after this. It's coming out, whether it's a year from now, 6 months from now, or 3 months, or hopefully, or more. So that is critical and important too. So you can put in that early work and get started early without going crazy. Because other additional steps with actually doing proposals that are existent become the priority. So this step of a pursuit of a proposal always tends to be lower on the priority list, which is why it's extra critical for this step, which goes into that pursuit team resourcing piece and understanding what it takes and making sure that if we have ideas what this document could look like and the level of effort, that is communicated, that you are an advocate as a proposal manager, as someone who's leading the proposal, advocate for yourself and your team, that what it is going to take to put it together, and breaking it out by every step, breaking it out by before bid, during, like some way of quantifying. I'll talk about it later, but or a different video, but I have some resources when it comes to how to kind of quantify what that looks like for pursuit team resourcing, how many hours, level of effort. Oh, my mind just went blank. Level of effort to, FTEs, full-time equivalents. It's taking a very engineering approach to things, but good or bad, but is really understanding the level of effort a person can provide. If they are brand new to the industry, brand new to proposals, are in it less than 5 years, for me, they are not probably a full-time equivalent. They are less because if they can't do as much as you, it's not a one-to-one, and that's the point. So really understanding, taking a very analytical way of assessing your team, assessing your JV members, assessing your additional subs or anybody who's helping you out, and what does that look like, so you can realistically staff and resource a project and have ideas of what that's going to take ahead of a proposal coming out, so you can line up resources and understand, prepare people for that level of effort ahead of it. So yeah, and knowing also with those resources that each piece and rule and developing content is all a different man-hour factor, another estimate, right? If you are looking at 8 man-hours a page to develop, which is depending on what that looks like, what your page is, dividing that out and really understanding how you spend your time and how your team spends your time, which means you need to track your hours. It's not meant to, which it's minus even our engineering friends who charge hourly and bill to clients and all of this, and as construction firms do this as well. It's not very accurate. So know that and communicate that if you are a manager, that we're not tracking hours to criticize and critique your hours. We're tracking hours so we can better estimate how long and how many people it's going to take. But that is a conversation that you do need to have, because people will think that they're being watched, and no one wants to feel that way. So track your actual hours, not just an 8-hour day. Track your hours to those pursuits, and you could even go as far as, depending on if you want to bucket it into a type of service, you know, whether it's content development, editing, graphics, layout, management. However, I just bucket it by project and then go from there. But that is different ways to look at your resourcing. So again, start up pre-work before your document comes out. Things that I find critical for this piece is our go, no go, you know, understanding our resources and developing what those look like. And then, yeah, it really is go, no go, developing and understanding if you want to pursue a project, and then determining what those resources are so you can really go after it. And knowing that this does occur months and years ahead of a project. I had a client who was going after a project for years, and right after they finished a project, they knew this one would be coming out and had been tracking it, going to public meetings for years. And this was a construction company, which can be pretty unheard of, that a construction company would put that level of effort in to track a project, to really commit to saying, we want that one, and that one's for us. Engineering firms tend to do that a lot better, but so it does take time and money and resources. But being able to do all these things is why strategy pre-work is very important. So there will be additional videos regarding the additional steps, but this is step one to a successful proposal.